Yeah, very good.
So. Hello, welcome back to YouTube, and we are now 2 days out from the first show of the season. Obviously yesterday took you through the whole day. Today is going to be somewhat similar, to be honest, like a couple of like minor changes. Obviously you would have already seen my check-in, so I'll go through what the POA is for today as I'm prepping my pre-workout meal. And then we'll go from there. So I woke up today at, hold on, $201.4. I definitely did notice towards like the latter end of the day, some of the meals weren't sitting amazingly, maybe. I literally said how good sticky rice is, and then it got to a point I was like, I'm not too sure if that's sitting amazingly. Just rice in general, basically. So yeah, we basically pulled that out. We're going to put some different carb sources in there today. And then in regards to like additional food, we're not going to add any more rice pudding, cream of rice, whatnot. Just basically add some easier foods on there. So first meal, which is, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same as yesterday. 25 grams of whey, 125 grams of rice pudding, 10 grams of dark chocolate, 2 squares bars, and 100 grams of raspberries. I'm pretty sure that is exactly the same. So we have got in here the rice pudding. I didn't put any flavour powder in it because, again, I don't want to fuck my digestion up. However, I have these in my coffee every morning. They're from like B&M. So I put the same amount that I usually put in my coffee into there because that doesn't ever cause any issue. So that might actually taste all right now, as opposed to just being unflavoured and disgusting. Then we have also got 100 grams of berries. That will do from yesterday. Yeah, 100 grams of berries. 10 grams dark chocolate and 2 squares bars, which is lovely. And then I'll also show you the whey that I'm going to have. What am I going to have? We've got loads. I've had it for a while, and it is good. So we are going to go for raspberry white chocolate, which is like, in my opinion, you can only really have it if you're prepping, because it's ridiculously sweet. Obviously, it's white chocolate raspberry. However, why is that not finding it? Come on, there we go. However, I do wish it was like a vanilla and raspberry. I do think that would just be a lot better. So Perform, if you're watching this, or any gym brand, I guess, that can make whey that tastes nice. Sort that out, thanks. Yeah, vanilla raspberry I think would be a lot better. I know there's probably like a raspberry Whipple one, but it's probably not amazing. And all these raspberries have all just stuck together, which is absolutely class. Some in there. That's 30. I might have to get the blueberries out. Might have to, because this is causing a bit of annoyance. Oh. But yeah, so woke up this morning a little bit higher than yesterday, about say 2.5-ish pound jump up, which to be honest, I'm not really that surprised at, considering it was like kind of out of nowhere. Like I say out of nowhere, the baseline diet which I was having was allowing me to drop a good amount. And we didn't change the baseline diet. However, we did play around with drugs. We did play around with steps being pulled down and whatnot. So that kind of gives me the explanation as to why body weight didn't shift initially too much. But then obviously as we got later into the week and fatigue shifted and whatnot, that body weight came down. So yeah, a nice new low to start off the carb load, which is always good. If I can break these raspberries up, that would be class. And then yeah, today a bit more responsive. I do feel a bit watery, but I don't feel full. So that's something. So we are going to play around with one or two things a bit later on today, which I'll go through a little bit later on. 100 grams, done. My hands now stink. Not stink, just are red. But yeah, so this meal's going to go in now. And then, because I want to let it sit and digest for a good bit of time, I'm then going to just go and box off some check-ins. I'm not going to take the cam with me to the gym because it's a pump session. It's pretty damn fucking boring. I'm not going to be there for too long, probably like say 30, 40 minutes. And then I'm going to head back here. I'm going to be taking photos for Tim between each meal. I don't know if I'm going to go and record all of that, if I'm honest, because it is a bit tedious. I might do it once or twice. I might do it like in the evening, potentially. But aside from that, I probably won't. Where is the... Oh, there it is. Montezuma's Orange Dark Chocolate. So good. But yeah, I've got a good amount of check-ins on Fridays, so I kind of want to get ahead on that, which kind of works well. I'm going to get this in, box off 3, 4 or so, make sure that everyone's just gotten back to as soon as possible. I'll head to the gym, and then when I get back, I'll finish off any check-ins that need to be finished off, finish off with client messages, and ideally, especially on like days like leading up into a show, I do feel very, very productive, and like with work, I'm just like, right, let's just get everything done nice and early, so that I can just chill, because Molly finishes work today at 6 o'clock or 6:30, and then we need to get the last few bits of hair off me, so she is going to shave me a little bit later on, which I'm definitely not going to film. I don't make any money from YouTube, but if I did, if I film that, I definitely will never. So yeah, that is all in. 2 squares bars. Where are the ones that I bought yesterday? So I went to the Tesco near us, and I can't remember what shop I was in, but I saw a couple of days ago the chocolate orange ones, which I don't think are actually that good. However, they are good. So I kind of wanted them. Didn't have them, but they did have the cornflakes ones, which are pretty nice. They're a lot better than like the original marshmallow ones. Like the marshmallow ones are like, you really, really need to get some food in, and it's all they have, because they're pretty shit. This is still the goat. Do you remember that like mint chocolate one they did? That was fucking wank. That was terrible. Like dreadful. I had my hopes up for that and it was shit. The strawberries and, was it strawberries and cream? Maybe like a year or two ago. That was like just a bit of a better version of the marshmallow one. That wasn't awful. However, again, you needed to like add things to it to make it better, you know? Like you had to have squares bars with jam for it to go nice. Whereas all the other ones, you don't. I'm rambling. Fuck me. This is the most prep conversation I've ever had, I think, in my life. So yeah, 25 grams of whey going on. Same salt as yesterday, so 2 grams of pink salt per meal, aside from post, because I put my salt in my pre-workout drink, and then 0.4 grams of low salt. 6 litres of fluid, 3 servings of Hydromax, and 8K steps. So I'm going to get this all in now. Head to the gym. When I get back, before I eat my post-workout meal, I will maybe put some shots up. The only thing is I can't really pose in Molly's gym. It's a bit annoying. Like, there is like a yoga studio or something like that, or I don't know what it actually is called, but there is something there. However, it's not a bodybuilding gym. It's a pretty decent like commercial gym. It's an Everlast, so the kit's actually not bad. Like, their T-bar row I really like. But yeah, I don't really want to pose in a skimpy blue thong with the random general public around who know absolutely nothing about bodybuilding aside from you take steroids and you're going to die. And it's disgusting and everything else. So yeah, I don't really want to do that. But if I can find somewhere to strip off and pose, I will do. I'm still going to take my trunks just in case. But then it should be a case of getting back. I'll take some photos there if I can't, like in my just normal sort of check-in spot. And then we will crack on with the rest of the day. So whey paste about to go on. I'm going to get some work done. And I'll chat to you very soon. And we are back. The reason I'm topless, not very close. And we are back. I had to go and grab my my t-shirt and a mixing bowl. So yeah, we are back from the gym. Session was okay. It was all right. What I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to put the photos from like immediately post-workout because the lighting was a bit naff. But I might put some photos up somewhere of the photos I just took because Tim's asked me to just send updates before each meal now. As we got 2 days out, which will be cool. Mixing bowl. Which is sound. So just weighed in. 203.8 pounds after 2 litres of fluid, 4 grams of pink salt, 0.8 grams of low salt, 1 meal, and a pump session. So yeah, pre-workout, post-workout meal is now going in, which I'll run you through now. I'm pretty sure this is again very similar to what it was yesterday. Actually no, it's not quite similar. It is very similar, but there's an addition. Not addition, there's a change / addition. So 225 grams of Frosties, which I'm assuming is going to be at least all of this. It is. I've also just realised my mic is here and I haven't put it on, so I do apologise. That should connect any second. There we go. So yeah, 225 grams of Frosties. Where's the other box? There it is. 25 grams of whey, which of course I'm going to blend, and why the fuck has that gone there? Well, this is actually what's going next in the meal. Can we find me again? There we go. Sound. Yeah, we got maple syrup. I am going to ask Tim why. I'm assuming it's something in regards to like digestion or something. Like Tim is very, very in depth. I'm not going to go and claim to be like, I know exactly what's happened here. Because I don't yet, but I will. But yeah, no honey. So we've got 30 grams. I'll sort that out first. 30 grams of maple syrup going on with the same fruit as yesterday. 100 grams of berries and 100 grams of banana. which I'm very much very much looking excited for. Fucking hell, Josh, I can't talk. As always, frozen banana, and have you got any blueberries? We do. So yesterday, I think I said blueberries yesterday, but I had a mix of blueberries and strawberries. I fancy some strawberries. But today we are just going to chill with that, with some blueberries and some banana. Then we are going to blend the whey. If I can find, there it is. Lovely stuff. So if you want the best mix of your whey when you are blending it, what you want is 5 or 6 ice cubes. Could obviously just use water, but this, I just find the ice cubes actually make it obviously colder, but also just makes it just a little bit like thicker. 2-second rule, that's fine. So we're going to whack some ice cubes into here now. We're then going to put in not too much water, probably like 250 to 300 ml. That'll be enough. And then we are going to add our whey in. And the whey is going to be, if you guess it, I'll do fuck all. To be fair, no, because I can't prove if someone's guessed it, can I? I was going to say I'll do a giveaway, but I'm not going to do that. Too stingy. 10 inquiries, 10 sign-ups off the back of this video, and I'll do a giveaway. There you go. But no, we have gone for the white chocolate caramel biscuit Naughty Boy, which is absolutely elite. 25 grams of that, which will go on top. That's 24. Still 24, that's now gone down to 23, which makes sense. That's 24, that's now going to go to 26. Yeah, of course it is. 26. 25. Lovely. So yeah, that 100 grams of each fruit and 30 grams of maple syrup, which is going to be absolutely lovely. I would show me eating the meal. I am going to have, one of my meals later, I am just going to eat and chat to the camera, because I don't really do that enough, and I want to do it. But for now, I need to go back and catch up on work. Still got a good few check-ins that I want to get off and done ASAP, really, because this evening I need to chill. I also need to remove all of my body hair. Most of it's off anyway. So me and Molly need to sort that out tonight, and then obviously pack stuff for the weekend and make sure we've got everything, like just triple check absolutely everything. Make sure that we're not forgetting anything important. When I say anything important, I mean make sure I've got my orals, got my drugs. But we should be all sound. I've already mopped up like 3 and a bit K steps. I still want to pop into town to head to the shop to grab a couple of bits as well. But then we should be chilling. That should do the most of our steps anyway. And then what's left, I'll probably do like in between meals in the evening. Like I'll probably go for a walk. Tonight, I say I'll go for a walk. If I'm that lazy, I'll just go downstairs and go on the treadmill, because I am also a bit cold now. So, yeah, not last meal. Can I get a small bit of banana, please? So I need 4 gram. Come on. That's the only issue with this freezer. It is, like, ridiculous. It's on the lowest setting, and it still just makes everything just fucking rock solid. 100, bang on, lovely. Right, I'm gonna go and scan this, get some work done, and I will catch up with you guys a little bit later on. Hello, and we are back for meal 3. Kind of a different meal, kind of not a different meal. This is the office. I don't know what you can actually see. Hopefully not too much, because it's an absolute mess at the moment. It's obviously our spare room. we just have a lot of shit we still need to sort out. So we have got 4 bagel thins. It is essentially the same meal as yesterday, but we've also added 30 grams of maple syrup. So 100 grams of pineapple, 4 bagel thins, which I kind of put the individual slice and just whacked shit on, like you can see here. I'm not going to eat it like that. It takes way too long. But I have got these ones I haven't put anything on. So I feel like that might be quite nice to put with the maple syrup and pineapple. I'm not too sure. But no, majority of work is now done. Just a couple of like little bits of training feedback and whatnot. And then the plan is to pop to the shop, get some more steps done, and then get my hair off. And then from then, I will just chill out. Molly wants to sort a couple of bits out herself. She wants the tan. We need to obviously prep some food. I'm going to get some chicken and literally just cook like 600, 700 grams of uncooked chicken with literally nothing on it. Just so that's all sorted, and just start packing for tomorrow, basically. But no, it's been pretty damn sound already. I did just do another check-in with Tim. I don't know when he's going to get back to it. I don't think we're changing anything with these meals, just to keep an eye on things. So, obviously an extra 1.5 litres of water. I'd had my post-workout meal. Salt was unchanged because I don't have any salt with my post-workout meal. And I was at 205.8 pounds, so a little bit higher than it was beforehand. And I feel still like pretty damn tight. I'm still nowhere near bursting full, which is getting on my mind a bit more now because I want to be really bursting full. So yeah, I might have put some photos up somewhere. I'll let you know. Well, I won't let you know, you'll just know. But no, we're all good. We're all chilling. I'm going to get this meal done. I am going to have a bit of a chat to the camera at some point today, because always just, here's my food, bye. So we'll have a chat to the camera at some point. I just don't know when. But still a couple of things I need to do, so I'm going to crack with them, and then I'll catch you guys back in a little bit. Right, hello. So I thought I would come back and chat to the camera for a bit. So I feel like all I've basically done is just say, this is the next meal, this is the next meal, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go and eat it. I'm going to go and do this, which I guess kind of is a full day of eating, isn't it? But still, kind of wanted to actually chat a little bit more. So yeah, 2 days out. We're kind of taking today meal by meal, but kind of not. Like, we've obviously got a structure for things, and I'm going to send photos to Tim shortly before meal 4. And if he's sound with where we're at, we will eat the meal. And I'll just show you that. Everything's pretty much ready to go. It's bagel thins again, so I need to whack some stuff in the toaster. That takes 2 minutes. And then some chicken, maple syrup, banana, I think, and almond butter. I did get my wish. I wanted almond butter. I fucking got almond butter. So that's good. But yeah, 2 days out. Feeling pretty sound, to be fair, like all things considered. Like I think I might have said this on the video, which you would have seen yesterday from 3 days out. Like, I'm confident with how I look. Like, I'm happy with how I look, basically. I just want to be as on as I can be. I'm not going to be 100% because it's an early show in relation to the whole season. Like, my next show is 4 weeks away. Like, it's still a good amount of time. So I'm not really like expecting things to be like fucking lights out or anything like that, because it's not going to be. And if it was, cool, I've peaked too early. I've gone too early. So no, I'm. But that being said, I am happy with the look that we're going to bring. In my opinion, I do think I can definitely be a lot fuller right now. Like, granted, we've still got the rest of today, all of tomorrow, and especially with tomorrow being a rest day, that food should just ideally stick a good amount. And I think we're just going to continue loading through tomorrow, because I haven't really been holding too much fluid overnight. I've been dropping off a good amount. And obviously we've got things like Peak Max, we've got Aldactone, which is working in the background as well. We actually did have, I forgot to mention, we have got Peak Max with the meal that you would have just seen with meal 3, and Peak Max with my last meal, just 2 caps. just to kind of assess my tolerance to it, because obviously we haven't used it in, God, like what, 2 years, 18 months or so. So kind of assessing the tolerance, because Peak Max is very, very strong. People think, oh, because it's a natural diuretic, it's not strong. It's natty, so therefore it's not strong. No, Peak Max is very strong. Peak Max can definitely flatten you off a lot. Like, I'm not massively big on, throwing loads of it in for that exact reason. Like, it can pull a lot of intramuscular fullness away, which you don't really want, really. But no, we should be absolutely sound leading into this show now. I'd like to imagine, provided I'm as full as I want to be. I think for my physique, if I'm flat, I look shit. Like, some people can get away with being flat. I can't. Might see a little bit more sharpness through certain areas, but if I'm full, my physique looks completely different, especially through the rear. The rear is still a weak point for me, but if I can get that fullness there, I'll try and, to be fair, there was a check-in where it was just off the back of the high days, and I looked at myself and I was like, Jesus, there you go. I've actually got a back, if that wants to load. Does that want to load? Molly's on the way home. Wicked. Can you kind of see that? There you go. Like, I've actually got a back. It's pretty damn cool. So that sound. But yeah, we are all good, I think. So yeah, I will be back in a little bit with a bit of an update in regards to what we are doing for the next meal, if anything is changing. And then we'll take it from there. I'm currently just going through my phone because the amount of check-ins I've taken, so I now take them on a clicker, because the quality is much, much better. The only issue is my clicker for my tripod is out of batteries, and I don't know which batteries it is. I probably could find out and just grab some, but I'm kind of just thinking just buy a new tripod, because it's like £8 for batteries, and if I get it wrong, it's another £8, whereas I could just buy a tripod for a tenner, so I'll probably do that. So yeah, I'm using Molly's at the moment, but hers is shit. Like, if you're like covering like the little sensor thing, it just doesn't work. So yeah, brilliant, class. So I need to sort that out, but for now we're using Molly's. So basically it's a bit of a ball ache. Like, I can put it in my mouth, but then I can't really pose very well if it's in my mouth. God, that sounds really weird, doesn't it? Jesus Christ. But yeah, basically I get Molly to do the click. I think she just stands to the side, but I might just get her to just take photos as well, provided she actually can, because she does this thing, right? She'll take photos of me in the gym, and then she'll just keep adjusting, and before you know it, the phone's like that, the phone's like this, the phone's fucking upside down. But yeah, I'll come back and chat to you a little bit later on with my next meal, and after that then it is time to get the rest of my body hair off and make a final decision if I'm going to leave the facial hair on. Shock, I am. Okay, so we have just checked in again with Tim. Shock horror, no changes. So it is the same meal which we thought we were going to run, and we are running it. Granted, I prepped everything pretty much in advance. I kind of needed a toast and bagels, which is what I'm kind of finishing up now. This is what everything is currently looking like. It's a bit of a mess. There we go. So we have got 30 grams of maple syrup, 50 grams of banana, see there, and we have got four bagel thins. That's the chicken for later. I need to put all this kind of together. It's a bit of a mess. I did, however, get the cinnamon and raisin ones, because I thought they'd be nicer with that and that. But yeah, I wish I could talk more, but I can't. So that meal comes to 817 calories, 133 carb, 10 fat, 44 protein. Oh yeah, and there's almond butter. Get in. That means Josh is happy today. So yeah, I am going to find a way to put all this together, get the meal done, and then Molly has just come back home, so we need to get my body hair off. Not that there's much of it, but get the rest of it off. get everything sorted to head off tomorrow, and then chill. I think we're planning to watch something. What you fancy watching, Mol?
Don't know, we'll have a think.
I'm going to try and get her to watch Batman.
No.
In that case, then it probably means someone's prep series. And we are back. We have got body hair all off. I also touched up my beard so it's not looking weird. And we've got our last meal, which is 2 caps of Peak Max. That is it. No, we have got 100 grams of chicken. We have got 125 grams of rice pudding. We have got, let me turn this around. Oh, there we go. 100 grams chicken, 125 grams of rice pudding, 50 banana, 10 almond butter, the rest of my salt, which is 2 grams of pink salt per meal, and 0.4 of low salt, and 1 squares bar. The go. So yeah, that concludes today, which was 850 carb. I imagine we'll probably be filling again tomorrow, before then go into diuresis mode towards the latter end of the day. But obviously, like I have done for the last 2 days, I will take you through the whole process and whatnot, and show you in the next 24 hours when I am tanned all up for the first time this year, which would be pretty cool. And then I also need to teach Molly how to use this, so she can film some bits, maybe on show day, or maybe even tomorrow as well. Because yeah, show day I kind of want her in the crowd. Obviously, not, she can't get backstage. And obviously she's not competing tomorrow, unless, well, to be fair, she's just in a layer of tan, so don't know. If she just pops, like, how much diazide do you reckon you'd need, Mol? Don't know. Well, people sometimes do it in quarters. I'd say if Molly started loading it now, in holes, she might be ready. That was rude, sorry. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, I need to scram this meal, get it in, because it is getting on. And then I need to get ready for tomorrow. We basically sorted everything out. We cooked a load of chicken, ready for tomorrow, because obviously putting any seasonings and whatnot out, so we can just have that completely plain and boring. But yeah, 2 cups Peak Max going in. And then we will be 1 day out tomorrow, which is pretty damn cool. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Coaching link below. Pay for my next shows. Coach link for Molly, I'll also put it below. Pay for her shows. And to be fair, I'm actually going to plug her. By the time you're probably watching this, she might have posted a transformation from a 12-week challenge, which is very, very good. Do you want to give a shout out to the girl?
Shout out Taylor.
Shout out Taylor. Molly sent it to me today, and I was like, that's really fucking good. So any girls who think I'm an absolute twat and don't like me, but are for some reason watching the YouTube, Molly is there for coaching as well. And I will pop in every now and then on your loom to say, hello, thank you for calling me a twat. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow. Well, tomorrow when I'm recording, probably also tomorrow when you're watching this.